carrot cake. When I was a little boy, he didn't invite me to his birthday party.
You monster, Frisbee! The cake was delicious.
What's up, everyone? Thank you for joining us once again on the Dstar01 channel. I'm your host, Dexter Arafiles, and today we'll be looking at the SH Figuarts Frieza First Form and Frieza Pod. If you're looking to pick this up, I believe today is Friday. I went to Bluefin, so we should have them at www.dstar01.com, reliable source for awesome action figures. We're going to open it up. We're going to see how he is in terms of paint and detail, articulation and scale, and accessories. So let's go to the top cam. Let's start this review right. Let's go right into it. This guy is looking really, really solid. Can't wait to open him. Everyone says he's really good. I didn't get this one. I've been holding off on opening this one. I got it on Amazon.jp. And so you guys can get all the ones at Dstar Toys. I'm not taking any from the shop, so all of those 24, I'm only getting like 2 cases, I believe. So very limited release. If you guys can pick it up, by all means, go for it at dstartoys.com. First and foremost, look at this packaging. It's looking really solid. You got the Frieza Pod. We got Frieza First Form. We get 3 different faces. We get a yelling face. We get a scouter. I'm not sure what this is. Looks like a stand. Of course, we get a Dragon Ball, Namekian Dragon Ball. So let's first and foremost look at the man himself, Frieza! And let's go to the front cam. Look at this guy. This is Frieza right here, looking really sharp. Let's focus it up and look at the fine details that are in his face right here. And when I say fine details, I'm talking about these little lines that are right here. It looks like they didn't skip out on that at all. We have little lines right here as well. We have a matte finished face. Eyes are painted on really well as a matte finished like off-white head that looks really, really good, or head or helmet. And the spikes right here are spiky, not super spiky, so you can't hurt yourself, and that's looking really solid. Let's look at the skin tone, which is a pale purple, and that looks really good right there. I'm talking about this right here. And let's look at the musculature before we go on to the armor. And it looks like this didn't get matte finished, unfortunately. It looks like it's just regular shiny pink plastic, which is fine in all honesty. Now we can look at the armor, the Frieza armor right here. We have joints right here that go up and down, and we have a purple right here. Nothing special, a little bit glossy purple right there with some brown on the shoulder pads and on the midsection. Now we're moving on to the legs. Again, we're dealing with that plasticky pink right there. This one looks a little less shiny than the ones here on the muscle, but that's not an issue at all in my opinion. And let's look at the legs, which are a light brown as the armor and the feet. So he has all kinds of colors going on, brown, pink, off-white. And so far, I'd say our boy Frieza is doing really good. He's really short, as he should be, but he looks really good. So let's move on to articulation and scale. Speaking of shortness, let's see how tall he really is. This guy's only standing at about 4.5 inches. So we're going to see how he is with other action figures. So I'm going to put out all the action figures I possibly can. So yeah, let's do that now. And I'll be back in 1 second so we can see him scale with other action figures of SH Figuarts, mostly from Dragon Ball Z. All right, I'll be back 1 minute. Let's put all these guys together. All right, and we're back, and we're dealing with SH Figuarts right here. Here is the first form Frieza, and then we are looking at Bardock, which is my favorite SH Figuarts this year, looking really solid. Second place this year is Piccolo. Proud Namekian version, that's how he stands with our first form Frieza. And then we're dealing with my second toy review ever, which would be the full-powered, well, not really full-powered, the Super Saiyan Awakening, that's what it's called, Super Saiyan Awakening Goku, and we have Saiyan Saga Frieza. All version 2, no version 1s here on the table, and that's how he compares with all of them. So that's pretty cool right there. Looks like he scales really well, very anime accurate. Now let's take these guys down. And let's see other action figures. So here is Dragon Stars Bardock. And here is Anime Heroes, Deku. We're going to keep going with the comparison here. Lots of comparisons. Marvel Legends Spider-Man, Cyborg. Sure, why not? My GT Custom Goku, which we will look at one day, probably next week. And last but not least, my custom Figma Winter Bakugo. And now we can finally move on to articulation. Let's see how well this guy articulates. The individual toes do not articulate. We are just looking at static toes that are open, but we do have an up and down here at the ankle, and that looks really cool right there. It does twist around, which is really nice. We have a double joint. Yes, this is indeed a double jointed knee right there, which is really cool. We have version 2 joints here. Something I rarely see in a figure this small are version 2 joints, and that's really cool. So you can get some really nice kicks in there. Here's his side kick. Here's his front kick, which we'll look at more later. We have a twist here at the midsection at the bottom, and then one here at the top. Not so much at the top, more or less here on the bottom. You can twist it a lot more. Do we have butterfly joints? Yes, we do. We have butterfly joints right here on the shoulder. We have a true bicep swivel right there, which is really nice. And we have, let's see here, bend at the elbow, which is also a double jointed elbow right there. Look at that. That's really cool. And a ball and peg here at the wrist and 2 at the neck. And don't forget the armor pieces are also articulated. And the tail. Let's not forget the tail. We haven't seen the tail yet, which we will look at. But there you have it. He's very articulate. Let's get some poses in. We got some front kicks, front kicks, side kicks. We got some superhero landing poses. Boom, boom, right there. Not that he needs to. Right there. And then, of course, we got the Shoryuken test. So you can do all kinds of poses right here, flying uppercut. So he's very well articulated. You can do a lot of things with this guy. Now, here's the funnest part of this review, is the accessories. Let's take these out and let's see what we're looking at here. This is really, really cool. On the top cam right here, what we're looking at is, of course, the Frieza pod. And I believe this is the stand for it, so we're going to put that on. Ooh, look at that. That's really nice. And it looks like you could take off the top body, and there is Frieza's lower body right in there. Here's the tail, which we will put on in a bit. And then we got this yelling at Goku, "You stupid Saiyan!" And there you have it right there. I think he says stupid monkey, sorry. And, of course, we get the 3 extra faces, the Namekian Dragon Ball, which is a 5-star. You get different hands, and of course we have the Death Ball finger right there, and the Scouter. Now let's go to the front cam. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Of course we got to get him in his pod, in the Frieza pod. So I believe it should be as simple as removing. Yeah, so that was almost way too easy. That just pops right off. That is really, really super simple. Let's look at the tail real quick. There's the tail right there with the glossy end right there and the pink right there. Let's get the joint ready so we can get the tail on. Let me see if I can do that real quick. Yeah, very easy to put on. You just pop that right in, and there you go. So let's put the body on. So this is really cool. I thought you could just put the whole figure in, and you're good to go, but instead they decided to opt for having a separate body, which honestly works out really well, so you can get a really nice looking, wow, that looks really good. Whoa. And there you have it. There's the pod right there. Let's do a quick 360. Everyone, take a moment to enjoy a figure that I never thought we would get made. Look at how shiny that gold is, especially when the light hits it. It gives it a nice shine and look. This Frieza is really solid right here. And yeah, there's nothing else to say. I have to say, this is really, really cool. Let's do a head swap. And there he is yelling. Actually, can we do a face swap with this one? Yeah, you can. Look at that. So you can do a face swap right there. We took out that yelling face. So let's put the yelling face on. Everyone give me one moment. So again, super easy to pull out. Looks like I pulled out the wrong joint. Everyone give me 1 second. Let me see if I can get this right. All right, everyone, just be careful when pulling off the head, at least when it came to mine. I need some micro pliers to pull the proper joint out. It came out wrong, but that's fine. I think I can handle this. Just plug that back in. And now we could put the yelling face right there. And there you have it. Whoop. Looks like I'm having some issues with this one. It doesn't seem to want to go in. Give me 1 second here again. So I had to pop it on. There you go. There is his yelling face. Ooh, look at that. This looks really cool. I really am glad that they gave him the pod as one kit. That's really nice. So now we're going to remove the face. If I can, yeah. You just got to push it down. Let me take out our pick here. Push it down just a little bit. So it doesn't look like... Ooh, okay. So I originally thought you can use them all. But no, that's not the case here. I think, yeah, it's only made for the yelling face because the eyes go up. So this is all kind of first thing for me. As you can see, the eyebrows give him a gap right here. And I don't think you could, the other faces work with it. Maybe this one does. So let's see right here if that's indeed compatible. Again, didn't really look at the manual because it's an unboxing. So yeah, it looks like mostly this head was made for the yelling face so you can have the raised eyebrow. So there it is with the other yelling face, and that looks really good. So let's get the other head on. Again, I got to pull off the joint. Highly recommend you get micro pliers. It seems like that joint for me is a little different. Oh, also one more thing before I forget. Here is the Scouter. Let's put the Scouter on him first. And there is Scouter Frieza right there. Woo, look at that. Very sharp. All right, give me another moment and we will do another face swap. And I did a face swap there, and we have him getting ready his death ball. Look at that. That's looking really good right there. And I'm going to do one more face swap. And there we have it. There he is in the pod. Looking really good right there. So let's look at that. That is, he just looks really photogenic right there. So let's do one more thing we're going to look at. I think this is the last thing, then we can come up with a conclusion of the SH Figuarts First Form Frieza. Here is the 5-star Namekian Dragon Ball. Let's see if we can focus that up. And there it is. Now let's come to the conclusion of this guy. Is he worth the almost $90 for this set? If you've been collecting SH Figuarts figures for a while, like I have ever since the beginning, when it comes to the Dragon Ball series in general, then yes, absolutely. I would easily spend that much for something that's this cool. Now let's talk about a negative, and I know someone will say that's not a true negative, Dex. Kind of is for me, kind of. I'm not. It's a little bit annoying, okay? So deal with it. This is my assessment. This is my opinion. I feel like the body that goes into the pod should be removable. And if you're wondering why does that matter? I think it would be really funny if you can somehow fit like Vegeta in there. Heck, if you could just remove the bottom half of Vegeta and you could stick him in there, he would look so funny in the Frieza pod. Or heck, even like a small figure like my Figmas would be really fun. So many photo potential could be by putting other figures inside of the Frieza pod, but unfortunately, I don't think you can. Let me double check that real quick. Yeah, it looks like, according to the manual, that is not possible. You cannot remove that, so yeah, you can't put other figures in there besides Frieza. It's a small negative. Obviously, it's made for Frieza. And let's talk about the positives. This is a great toy. This is awesome. Just look at him. He looks like he jumped right out of the anime, looking angry, looking ready to destroy Planet Vegeta. Fantastic figure. Go ahead and pick it up. I highly recommend it. And you can get this at www.Dstar01Theme.com, your reliable source for awesome action figures. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're always in the know when I post new videos. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.
rate, comment, and subscribe. Where? Right here, not there, right here. You. And thanks for watching. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Right here, right there, right here. Yeah.